Take everything you like seriously, except yourselves. He wrapped himself in quotations, as a beggar would enfold himself in the purple of emperors. I always prefer to believe the best of everybody, it saves so much trouble. I never made a mistake in my life, at least, never one that I couldn't explain away afterwards. We're all islands shouting lies to each other across seas of misunderstanding. A woman's guess is much more accurate than a man's certainty. Of all the liars in the world, sometimes the worst are our own fears. Words are, of course, the most powerful drug used by mankind. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. For the sin, they do by two and two they must pay for one by one. The first condition of understanding a foreign country is to smell it. How can you do anything until you have seen everything or as much as you can? Thou art of the jungle and not of the jungle. And I am only a black panther. But I love thee, little brother. If any question why we died, tell them because our fathers lied. Go, and peace go with thee. Only, another time do not meddle with my game. And the first rude sketch that the world had seen was joy to his mighty heart, till the devil whispered behind the leaves, it's pretty, but is it art? An ounce of demonstration is worth a ton of theory. A people always ends by resembling its shadow. As I pass through my incarnations in every age and race, I make my proper prostrations to the gods of the marketplace. I have written the tale of our life for a sheltered people's mirth, in jesting guise, but ye are wise, and ye know what the jest is worth. We pulled for you when the wind was against us and the sails were low. Will you never let us go? Beware of over-concern for money, or position, or glory. Someday you will meet a man who cares for none of these things. Then you will know how poor you are. A man can never have too much red wine, too many books, or too much ammunition. Here. I will sing you the praise of the bottle-tailed Ricky, with eyeballs of red. This is a brief life, but in its brevity, it offers us some splendid moments, some meaningful adventures. There is no sin so great as ignorance. Remember this. Now this is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky, and the wolf that shall keep it may prosper, but the wolf that shall break it must die. As the creeper that girdles the tree trunk the law runneth forward and back, for the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. Many of the wolves that looked thee over when thou wast brought to the council first are old too, and the young wolves believe, as Shere Khan has taught them, that a man-cub has no place with the pack. And he grew and grew strong as a boy must grow who does not know that he is learning any lessons, and who has nothing in the world to think of except things to eat. I speak for the man's cub. There is no harm in a man's cub. I have no gift of words, but I speak the truth. Let him run with the pack, and be entered with the others. I myself will teach him. The jungle is shut to me, and I must forget your talk and your companionship, but I will be more merciful than ye are. Because I was all but your brother in blood, I promise that when I am a man among men I will not betray ye to men as ye have betrayed me. One of the beauties of jungle law is that punishment settles all scores. There is no nagging afterward. Asia is not going to be civilized after the methods of the West. There is too much Asia and she is too old. There are few things sweeter in this world than the guileless, hot-headed, intemperate, open admiration of a junior. When little boys have learned a new bad word they are never happy till they have chalked it up on a door. And this also is literature. Heatherleg is the dearest doctor that ever was, and his invariable prescription to all his patients is, lie low, go slow, and keep cool. Me. Me that taught you how for to walk abroad like a man, when you was a dirty little, fish-backed little, whimperant little recruity. As you are now, Stanley Orthris. You that think ye know things, answer me that. But I found no answer. I was wondering how long Orthris, in the bank of the river, would hold out, and whether I should be forced to help him to desert, as I had given my word. If you can walk with the crowd and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. I keep 6 honest serving men, they taught me all I knew, their names are what and why and when and how and where and who. Of course the man was wild too. He was dreadfully wild. He didn't even begin to be tamed till he met the woman, and she told him that she did not like living in his wild ways. It is not a good fancy, said the Lama. What profit to kill men? Very little, as I know, but if evil men were not now and then slain it would not be a good world for weaponless dreamers. They are fools who kiss and tell wisely has the poet sung. Man may hold all sorts of posts if he'll only hold his tongue. Fiction is truth's elder sister. Obviously. No one in the world knew what truth was till someone had told a story. It takes a great deal of Christianity to wipe out uncivilized Eastern instincts, such as falling in love at first sight. If you hit a pony over the nose at the outset of your acquaintance, he may not love you but he will take a deep interest in your movements ever afterwards. Whatever he knows of his weaknesses, Private Mulvaney is wholly ignorant of his strength. India was awake, and Kim was in the middle of it, more awake and more excited than anyone, chewing on a twig that he would presently use as a toothbrush, for he borrowed right and left-handedly from all the customs of the country he knew and loved. Too much work and too much energy kill a man just as effectively as too much assorted vice or too much drink. Often and often afterward, the beloved aunt would ask me why I had never told anyone how I was being treated. Children tell little more than animals, for what comes to them they accept as eternally established. If you don't get what you want, it's a sign either that you did not seriously want it or that you tried to bargain over the price. Gardens are not made by singing "Oh how beautiful" and sitting in the shade. Which quotation do you like the most? Don't forget to subscribe.